Hey guys, it's Aussie Reptiles here, and today I'm doing my November reptile room update. I'm not going to go too in depth in this video, like I'm not going to get these tubs down behind me. You guys know what's in them: a blotched blue tongue and a brown Eastern Queensland locality blue tongue. And ignore the mustache, I'm growing it for November. It's just a bit of fun and a laugh between my mates. But yes, I'll film the collection and yeah, just give you guys a bit of a tour for November 2017. So let's get straight into it. So obviously you start here at the water dragons, which are now on this side of my room instead of under my TV. I won't be showing you guys the floor as my room is a complete mess as always. I just fed these guys some mealworms, so they're, I guess, still in a feeding mood, chasing each other. And I'm starting to think the more these guys grow up, the more Gippsland water dragon looking they are starting to look like. I mean, they still look slightly eastern to me, but I reckon they may be Gippslands. So I got these water dragons off the school, well, at our high school, and we have at the school a pit with Easterns and Gippslands together. So they may be either or either, and possibly maybe even a hybrid of the Gippsland cross Easterns. I'm not too sure. I guess only time will tell. Like right there it looks fairly, I mean, a bit of both really. But yeah, time will tell. They'll get a bit more greeny blue and they won't have like the orangey eyeband sort of thing. But yeah, only time will tell. But that is the water dragons. Pretty simple setup. A big water bowl, food dish, a brick to just hold it there, some plants and stuff. And obviously they like to sleep under there. Now, I apologise for the dirty glass. But yeah, that is the water dragons. Then as you move up to here, this is my banjo frog cage, which unfortunately the grass is dying. But now that I look at it, there is another grass sprout growing there, but it seems to be growing from that log. And the banjo frog is not out right now, unfortunately. But if you guys have subscribed before and you guys have watched my other videos, you know what it looks like. But yeah. And then in here, these are the green and golden bell frogs, and I'll quickly put you in here while that one is chilling on the log. Oh, I just scared it away. It's there. You can't really see it. Man, I've got such a dirty plastic. But there's one there. You can see it croaking, but you can't really see it. The screen's too dirty. Sorry about that, guys, but there are 3 green golden bell frogs in there. I raised them from tadpoles that I also got from the high school. And yeah, they're doing well. I do need to get a UV light on top of them instead of just the LEDs, and hopefully that will increase their colour. But they're doing well, and the ivory fern, whatever it's called, ivy, I don't know why I said ivory. The ivy is growing, so that is that. And I've also got a Java fern in there, because why not? And then of course I've got the scorpion, so we'll get him down and do a little quick thing on him. Let's get this open. But yeah, as I said, I'm not going to pull the other tubs down, but this guy's an exception because it's just a little tub. So he should be under here. No? I didn't just pick him up, did I? No? Let's see. Whereabouts are you? So yeah, I'll go through there now and find him, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, we have found him. He's made himself a little burrow down there. So I'll get him out and we'll chuck in a cricket for him and see if he'll eat it. So I have the cricket here, and we'll throw it in, and it may look like a big meal since it's about the same size as him, but it means it will last a while and he'll eat it. But trust me, he eats them. He eats about 2 crickets a week. He's an absolute monster. So we'll make the cricket come back over to him, and hopefully you can see some eating action. Don't run away. Oh, bugger. So he may not eat on video, but I mean, it would be nice, but he's just going to go back to his burrow, it looks like. Oh, maybe. He senses it moving. I'm not sure what's going to happen. He's kind of just, I scared him. Anyway, we'll let him or her do their own hunting, and maybe we can come back a bit later and see if he's got it at the end of this video. But that is Mr. Scorpion. His name is Fangs, and that was named by one of you guys. So that is the Scorpion there. Then we move to right here. These are my geckos. I have a pair of marbled geckos, so I'll open the lid, but probably won't mess around too much. I don't want to freak them out or whatnot. So yeah, as I said, I got some marbled geckos in here, which I did get off a friend as well. There they are, right there. There's the big girl. I think she may possibly have some eggs inside of her, which is awesome. And then there's the male there. So that is very cool. So that's their setup. I have this log, which is pretty much the same shape. It's a piece of bark, sorry. That is pretty much the same shape as a little half a pot plant in there. So they've got like 2 caves, and then they've got a layer choice of being either in between the bark and the pot plant, or just under the pot plant. But that is the marbled geckos. Beneath the marbled geckos, I obviously have my fish tank, and then in the fish tank I still have a tadpole. One single tadpole. Just focus, come on. There. So I guess I've got a permanent tadpole. The other 3 tadpoles literally just pretty much turned into frogs straight away, while this little one here is still swimming around. I was about to say kicking, but he doesn't have legs, so it's physically impossible. But yeah, so maybe a perma tadpole, which would be, I mean, kind of cool, but I do want the frog. And then I know this is a reptile room, but just in case any of you guys enjoy fish, I've got some neon tetras, some platies, corridoras, which are my favourite. And I do have, there's a peppered corridora, 2 bronze corridoras, and 2 albino corridoras. I've also got a single white cloud, and I do have a bristlenose catfish, or pleco, whatever you want to call them, in here as well. So that is them. Then we move on to the 4-foot Malamime enclosure. This is a fairly new enclosure to my collection, and as you can see right there, they're all chilling out right next to each other, which is actually perfect for me. So this one here is my 100% het for reduced pattern, given to me by Joe Ball, and it is the father to my pregnant female. Not the father, it's the one that I bred it with. And then we got my newest addition, just another little female blue tongue. I got it for mate, so hopefully ready for breeding next year. And then of course my shingleback. Now these get along perfectly fine. Shinglebacks are completely harmless and they're very friendly animals. This blue tongue here pretty much allows anything to happen to him, and just puts up with all the trouble, like when he's in with the female het albino over breeding season. Obviously he bites her and mates with her, but as soon as the female's had enough and attacks him back, he just closes his eyes and he just pretty much lets it happen. So he's a real trooper there. And then of course my new female, she's just perfectly fine living in here. I have a bit of a routine, so I put cat food in, the 2 blue tongues come along, scuff it down straight away, and they eat until they're full, and just because I overfeed them, there's a lot of food left, and then the shingleback just comes along and polishes off the plate. Oh, I apologise about squeaking, that is my dog outside. But yeah, that is the 3 lizards in this tank. Then we move over to the units. Now as I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not getting these guys out. You guys know what they look like. And again, I apologise for the squeaking. It's annoying, the dog sucks. But anyway, in the first unit up here, I've just turned the heat lights off because it's getting a bit warm. I have Rango, a bearded dragon who's sleeping there, and I also have E.T., a Queensland locality blue tongue. So they get along in here, they live together, and yeah, they generally both sleep under the log, or Rango will just sleep up there on the hammock. So that is their setup, pretty simple, big water bowl, 2 fake ferns, a hammock, a log. The blue tongue sits up here, and then they will both sometimes sit on the hammock together and enjoy the heat globe. But yeah, and then I know it's a bit of controversial stuff about keeping blue tongues and bearded dragons together, or even just any reptiles in that matter. But I haven't had any problems as of yet, and I'm always prepared if there are problems to take it to the vet. I've got money aside for that, and also spare cages that I may need to move a certain animal into. But I've been doing it for a while now, probably about 2 years. I've had bearded dragons and blue tongues together and nothing has gone wrong in that time. I'm not saying that everyone should do it because certain animals are different. But yeah, I haven't had problems, and yeah. Now in this unit here, I need to fill up their waters because it's just dried out. I top up water bowls at least twice a day, at a minimum. It gets really hot in my room with all the heat lights on, especially when it's coming to summer. So soon the heat lights won't be turning on, won't be getting turned on in summer. But yeah, so this unit here houses 4 blue tongues. There's one here who is another Queensland locale, Eastern. I've got one here. She is a blotched cross Eastern blue tongue. And I believe probably 2 under here. Yeah, another blotched cross Eastern blue tongue. And a baby hypermelanistic blue tongue. Which isn't as much of a baby anymore. She's coming up to a year old. But yeah, that is the 4-foot tank with 4 blue tongues in it. They're all my juveniles. And they all get along perfectly fine. And a lot of the time I find all 4 cuddled up in there. Although, however, that one back there generally either sleeps in the corner or just under this single bit. And then sometimes they'll be sleeping under there. That also is their basking spot, by the way. And then down below that, down here, obviously I've got Tiger, my yellow Eastern blue tongue, who was originally a tigeress, but is a male. And I did breed him to a female this year, which I'll show you in a little bit. However, I do not believe the female is gravid. She hasn't really put on weight, and she doesn't show visual signs of being gravid. But yeah, we'll talk about her later. They are both first-time parents, and they're both about a year and a bit old. So next year, hopefully, because that would be good. I'd love to get some yellow Easterns. And then here we also have Viper, my bearded dragon. And yeah, this is their setup. A hide for the blue tongue. There's also the blue tongue can hide under there, basking spot, and also a hammock up here, which does normally have another heat light, but it's getting too warm for 2 heat lights on at a time. So that is this unit here. I'll just turn on these lights here just so you guys can have a look. We'll start here because this guy's out. This is my southern water skink. Did originally believe it was an Eastern, but I've since found out otherwise. So it is actually a southern, which doesn't bother me. It's still cool. But yeah, again, the ivy is in here growing really well. And I quite like the look of ivy. I know it can take over, but it does look nice. And obviously I've got to fill up the water. It was pretty much down to like the tiniest bit last night, but I will fill that up after this video. And above them we've got the frogs. So here are 2 of them, and there are the other 2. This is their tank. Pretty simple. I got live moss that grows really well. I've got soil under the moss, which is why it's growing, but unfortunately it does like pretty much stain the water with like a brown soily color. Which doesn't matter, the water's not actually dirty, it's just stained, and it's not affecting the frogs at all. But I like their setup, it's pretty simple, but it works. And yeah, the moss looks good and it's actually growing really well. So that's good. That is the frogs, the green tree frog babies. Now up here, we have an angle-headed dragon, who is chilling there. I just fed that guy some mealworms, he's just eating them all. As you can see, their setup has changed. I got rid of the moss. So I did originally have 2 angle-headed dragons, but unfortunately I was checking on them once and I did find the other angle-headed dragon with moss in its mouth, and it had choked on it and suffocated, which was really unfortunate and it was really heartbreaking. But I guess it tried to eat a cricket and then missed the cricket, or got the cricket as well, but got a mouthful of moss, and obviously because moss is stringy, and it kind of just choked the lizard out. So yeah, that was really unfortunate, but that is my angle-headed dragon. Now in these units, up here I do have the gravid female. Here she is, she's a het albino, and I literally just topped her water bowl up and she's already made it dirty and either tipped it out or drank it. But this is my gravid female. And as I said, I mated her to my het reduced pattern, who is in the melamine tank. Now, if you guys are new and this is your first time watching my channel, I did build these units. And I didn't do a video of building them, unfortunately. But yeah, they are custom built. Below that, this here is Echo. She is a normal Eastern, and she is one of the ones. She's the one I bred to my yellow. However, as I said, I do not believe she's gravid. She doesn't look it, and she hasn't really put on weight. So unfortunately, I believe I did miss out on that. Look, she doesn't really like the camera. Okay, sorry, girl. But yeah, that is her, and she's a great lizard. She is the lizard I purchased her as a baby, and now she's this size here. And it's like, I remember her as a tiny baby, and I remember her now. I don't remember the in-between stage. So it's like she just went from small to large. You guys probably, if you guys own lizards and you've been with them since they grow up, you probably just remember like the baby stage to adult. You don't really remember the in-between size. So yeah. Below that, this tank here houses 2 blue tongues. They are a pair, a breeding pair, although this season I don't believe they did mate. And we'll just tub up their water quickly just because it's an easier bowl. I don't have to clean it out. Oops, I spilt it everywhere. Anyway, and there's a dead mealworm beetle in there. I just threw it on the floor. So this here is Toothless. Toothless is a hypermelanistic, or a black blue tongue. It is a codominant trait, and the hets are visual. So we'll chuck him out under the heat. So this is what he looks like. I'll just hook this up quickly. So that there is a hypermelanistic, and then this here is a het hypermelanistic. So if these two did breed, I could produce blacks. She's fat, but I do not believe she's gravid, unfortunately. So that is them two. And then down below them, I do not believe they're out, unfortunately. Him, sorry. No, he's not. But, there's his head there, he's sleeping. Oh, heck, I'll get him out. This here is my het hypermelanistic. That is also a possible het albino. Really nice lizard, love the colour in this one. Yeah, he's really nice. So that is him. Sorry about the UV light stuffing up the filming there. Oops. But yeah, that is that blue tongue. Then of course down here I have Kink the skink. Her UV lights are turned off right now, but she does have one. And yeah, she's still sleeping. And then we'll finish off here with the son of Rango, Missile. And yeah, he is a son of Rango, the one up in here. And yeah, so that is my collection. So thank you guys for watching my November reptile room update. Sorry I had to kind of cut it quickly there on the baby bear dragon. I was getting called to the lounge room. It's Melbourne Cup Day. My horse just won, so I got money. That was the reptile room for November 2017. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Actually, you know what? I forgot one. Up here is the Eastern that used to be in here with her. But yeah, again, won't pull them down, and sorry you guys won't be seeing them. If you guys want to watch a video on them, just let me know in the comments, or go back to the previous videos. But thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and as always, leave a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.